Veronica's Cheating Partners is the 9th episode of the 2nd season of Veronica's Closet. As always, it's a pretty decent episode. We have several things happening, and one of them actually gives us a really beautiful moment, but it is a spoiler, so I will discuss it towards the end. One of the narratives focuses on Leo, who is dating, and honestly, I'm still not fully over the fact that he's not with Tina. I felt like that came out of nowhere, at least in my opinion. So I still feel like they could get back together, but there's not actually anything that is suggesting that. I think it's just what I actually wanted to happen. So I'm not fully engaged with Leo moving on and dating because I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that yet. So we'll see what happens with that. But certainly it's interesting to see him having the confidence to go out there. It's great to see this rapport that he has with Peri. I think that all works really, really well. Olive is still having issues with Jeremy, who is not in this. David Lasher is not in this episode, but Mark Harelik is. He plays Paul, of course, and it's interesting how it develops, and I do really like Paul as a character. It's kind of unclear where their relationship was going or what would happen with Jeremy, but this episode does help to answer a lot of questions, but I think it leaves some things hanging as well, which again works quite well. And it's nice for Olive to have her own storyline, because most of the time when Olive gets a lot of attention, it's usually against the backdrop of something driven by Veronica. So it's nice that Olive actually gets to steer things without Veronica's presence, I guess. Not that I don't like Veronica, I love her, but it's nice to have that side of Olive that would exist anyway, and I think Kathy Najimy is amazing, so anything that focuses on her works well for me. With regards to Veronica's narrative, she is concerned that Alec is going to be leaving, that he's planning something, that he's, in her eyes, up to no good, and she tries to investigate this throughout the episode. And the mystery element, I thought, worked very well. I think we maybe got to know a bit more than I would have liked a little earlier on than I would have liked. I think they could have kept the mystery up a tiny bit longer, but nevertheless, I think things unfolded very well. So, a tiny spoiler, I won't go into specific details, but just one spoiler for something that I loved. At the end of the episode, we have this exchange between between Veronica and Alec, and it's one of the sweetest things ever, and it's such great character development. When we think back to 9-10 episodes ago, when Alec was first introduced and how Veronica responded to him, it was very much up and down with how she felt about him. But over the last few episodes, I think we've really established a growing, I don't want to use the word love, but certainly almost dependency on Alec. She really needs Alec, and it's almost like without him, part of Veronica's closet would be missing, which is not how I felt, or indeed not how Veronica felt at the beginning of this season. So I think that has proven that as a character, he's firmly found a place in the company, in the show. I would be sad if he left, and I think that exchange at the end was very sweet between both of them. Definitely a great episode. Not a personal favourite. There are not any moments in this that I would say are personal highlights, but I enjoyed it all the way through. Some really great moments for various different characters, and an episode I'd be very happy to watch again.